do 5 battles is easy. You work out 5 different kinds of battles with the good stuntmen, good stunt coordinators. It's the stuff in between that makes it organic. That's the hard stuff. Sort of. You fucking...
There was a lot of tension. I mean, Russell is a committed actor in the same way that Ridley's a committed director. These people, when they make movies, they make movies. They're not goofing around.
Little battered and bruised and scratched. I don't actually think that there's one part of my body that hasn't had some kind of physical rupture.
Much of the work in the arena was very backbreaking. Not only do we have 5,000 extras, animals, people in heavy costumes, but in the middle of that day, we were also evolving the script.
The battle of the front had to be All Quiet on the Western Front, realistic, brutal, not glorious. They won, but it was filthy. And you didn't feel like, as of course Marcus always points out, you'd actually accomplished anything except to kill one.
He spent 16 out of his 20 years as emperor out fighting battles and killing people and spilling blood and expanding the empire. Has come to a time now when he thinks his life is a failure. And he actually has ruined his children.
There's nobody left to fight, sire.
There is always someone left to fight.
This Germania sequence, initially, we were looking to use obviously a large amount of troops for that. So there was a lot of talk about shooting that sequence at the beginning and plans to maybe go to Eastern Europe.
I went to Bratislava first because I was promised great forests there, which they were. I wanted these great forests, and then suddenly I realized, I made the decision not to go to Bratislava. I said, because here we are starting a huge movie, and I'm moving this entire unit to build a Roman camp in a wood where no one's been there before, and everyone's going to be complaining about the food and all that. So I said, let's keep it in the UK, drive day from London. Let's start looking around London.
There we just got lucky. It was a London-based production, and we looked around London, and we found a forest that was about to be deforested. So unlike the normal environmental regulations, they welcomed us to come in and destroy some of their trees.
The forest was on sandy ground, so they wanted to actually burn it to the ground because the trees looked in. I said, how old are these trees? 30 years old? He said, no, that's the problem. They've been in here 70 years and they're stunted. So I took over an entire valley that was going to be decimated. So we went in and actually had the blessing of the Forestry Commission, and we didn't do a lot of burning, but reporters getting on it saying we're burning the forest, all that bullshit. They never get anything right. They always try and turn everything into a confrontation. And actually, we think that we're stupid. We'd actually gone through the whole process of the Forestry Commission, who said, be my guest, get rid of it. So we cut trees down, made palisades and infrastructure and the trenches of the Romans, and I had a field day. Consequently, I never moved a unit more than 300 yards during the first month, 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks. That's how I was able to get everything. So the battle scene was only done 150 meters from the interior of the tents. So I move up the hill at night when it gets too dark, because it was January. So you lose your light, your meat is gone at 4 o'clock. So I move inside the tents.
You arrive and you come over these hills, and all of a sudden, you see, this fort, that is, this Roman fort. It looks like the kind of place when you were, at camp. It was like your dream to be in a place like that, and it was incredibly beautiful. And then it was, taken down to see Ridley, was shooting some of those opening scenes that are incredible. And it's just smoke going everywhere, and fires burning, and thousands of extras, and you can see these troop movements. And I'm just overwhelmed, because it looks amazing. And then he's there, and he's just calm. And he's just looking at all those different monitors from all those different cameras. And then he'd like to, well, move that on that one and get that part of that tunic in that corner. And he's calm. And then, you know, always that grin and like that, you know, thing in the eye, sort of like, you know, that says, you know, good humor about it.
I'll use that somewhere else in the bloody battle, somebody else on fire. This is fantastic. Great. Fantastic.
How's that? Always got to be sprayed. Let's do the rehearsal first.
The speed we shot this film was pretty quick. The whole German front, which included all of the scenes in the tents with Max Aurelius and Maximus walking around the camp, and his first encounter with Lucilla, and Max Aurelius meeting with his ne'er-do-well son, telling him he would not be emperor. The near assassination, the ride out into freedom was all done in 3 weeks. That included the whole German front, all the German battles and everything. So we did that in like 3 weeks and 3 days.